Hey everyone, Amber from the Vault here. Welcome back to some more Fallout 3. We're gonna go ahead and just jump right back in, so I'll see you back in just a second. Yeah, I wouldn't want to live in a vault. I'm just gonna be honest. I feel like most people probably do, like if you really think about it, but I don't know.
Damn, look who's come waltzing back into the vault.
I hate you so much.
It takes some real balls coming back here after everything you and your dad screwed up.
I didn't do shit.
If you've got to be back, might as well make yourself useful. You gotta help us.
Help? What kind of help?
What sort of help do you think I mean? You must have heard about the changes since you left, right? The deaths, the lies, the whole overseer lockdown thing? Ringing any bells? Man, they'd have rushed in here long ago if they didn't know I stole one of their guns from when they issued martial law. Anyway, you gotta help us get out of here. You gotta help me get out of here.
All right, I'm trying to help the entire vault.
Man, screw the entire vault. What about me?
God,
Even
I
these
hate
rebels just want the option to go outside for lousy trading and stuff. I just want to get the hell out of here for good. Why stay here and be stuck as a barber for my entire life when I could go out there and make my own choices?
Look, so here's the thing. I agree with him, and I will help him get outside, but I also deeply hate Butch, and I just want everyone to know that. Butch, what do you do in the vault?
The damn goat said I'm supposed to be a hairdresser, but that ain't me. I'm a barber, you got that? There's a difference.
Okay. You give me a haircut.
I'm gonna barber the hell out of your hair.
Oh, wait, I meant to press yes. We're just gonna keep what we are. All right, what do you think you're gonna do on the outside?
I'll start a gang, of course. Why, it'll be the toughest, coolest, badassest gang the Wasteland's ever seen.
Oh,
Hey,
honey.
play your cards right, maybe I'll even let you join it, huh?
Oh, honey. Hey, I'm already in the tunnel snakes. You gave me the jacket and everything. You have no idea how many gangs of idiot raiders are out there. I bet you're mole rat chow before you make it one day out there. We're gonna stay in the middle.
Well, they ain't seen nothing like me yet. Butcher's gonna take that Wasteland by storm.
Uh-huh. Why should I help you?
Because you've always been a goody two-shoes. So when I need help, it's what you're gonna do, right?
I
You're gonna
hate you.
help Amada anyway, right? Just make it so we can leave the vault, and I'll leave and never bother you again.
Thank God. All right. What happened that night?
I heard old Stanley complaining a lot of the stuff down in the reactor got fried pretty bad. Nothing too bad, yet. But he's always worrying we'll lose air filtration or whatever. Of course, if that happened, guess we'd all have to leave the vault then, huh?
Oh, Butch.
Catch you later. Maybe.
I am not going to sabotage Vault 101. Even though I think that the way Amada handles everything is wrong, I think at the end of the day, they should be allowed to do what they want.
Back from outside. It can be dangerous out there for someone your age.
You're so nice. Tell me about the rebels.
Oh dear, we aren't asking for anything special. The vault's been open before, but for some reason everyone tries to pretend it wasn't. I guess they try to forget the poor souls who never came back from out there.
Gasp.
My poor grandson Jonas died is what happened. They say it was just an accident in all the confusion, but I know it was the overseer.
Yeah.
Oh, please be careful.
I like you.
You're alive! I hate that this whole thing has turned us against our families, but we just can't keep living down here forever. I mean, look at this place.
She's right.
A lot of security got wounded, and worse. In all the confusion, we still don't know who's responsible for some of them. Bye.
I'm sorry that my father left the way he did, but also I feel like so many of you shouldn't be blaming me for the sins of my father.
Oh my God, you're back! You got my message and actually came back.
Of course. I came by as soon as I heard you in trouble. Just happened to be in the neighborhood, so I thought I'd stop by. Don't flatter yourself. I'm here to take care of a few loose ends. Or can you hurry? I got lots to do. We'll go with the first one, of course.
Oh, thank you. Everything's gone crazy since you left, and now that you're back, you can help set things straight.
Anyone else feel like... Nope, not gonna go there. Never mind. Let's wait. Let's wait. I'm jumping ahead of myself again. You saved my life back then, Amada. The least I can do is help you out now. I may have left, but this is still where I grew up. I can't leave it in chaos, or let's not be hasty. I need to know before I can make decisions. Of course, I'm gonna go with the first one.
I just wish we could have saved more people. Jonas and the Hannons and so many others died that night. It was bad enough they died because my father was trying to keep the door closed. But then, I found out it was all to protect a lie. I found out the vault wasn't always closed. They've lied to us about it for our entire lives.
Yeah, how do you think my dad got in? All right, how did you find that out? That explains why I found an old Vault 101 suit outside. Let's do this.
After that night, I heard Wally's father say we should never have taken you or your dad into the vault. I found out the vault used to be open, but for some reason, they closed it off when we were babies and swore to hide that it had ever happened. But keeping that lie meant Jonas's death. And even though we know the truth, the Overseer still won't let us make our own decisions.
Sounds like he's gone crazy with power, so why don't you just leave? It's not difficult, especially now. I hear some of the people have been hoping to go outside. That's pretty crazy too. Actually, this is my dad's fault. He started the whole mess. No, we're gonna go with the first one.
You're absolutely right. It's not like we want to abandon the vault or anything. Well, Butch does, but he's too big a coward to go out on his own. Most of us had accepted that the outside was certain death, and things would always stay the same down here. But now we know they don't have to be. After all, it was enough to get you and your dad to leave, so there must be something good out there.
A lot of good things. Why is he doing it?
I just don't know. Maybe he thinks he's protecting us, but all he's really doing is condemning us. I thought parents were supposed to want a better world for their children. Well, there's a new world waiting right outside that door, and we're not going to give up until we can reach it.
Yeah, I think I have a solution for the vault's troubles.
I certainly hope so. We can't keep going on like this.
Yeah, I swear I'll stop your father and his guards. Just watch. You need to understand there's dangers outside and why you should stay here. Actually, I think I need to think about this some more. Oh, we're actually going to do
Damn
that.
it! This is no time for joking around!
I'm not joking, Amada. I want to ask you more questions.
The real problems came after you two left. The injured had nobody to turn to since our doctor had run off and his assistant had died. Now, we've got to rely on that old Mr. Handy for most of our medical needs, and he hasn't exactly got the best bedside manner. Ever had an examination from someone with cold, metal pincers?
Yes.
You don't want to.
Actually, I have. I can tell you all about it. There's these people called the Brotherhood of Steel. Why don't you just leave? There's not much security.
Don't you get it? We don't want to abandon the vault. We want to open it. We still want this to be our home, but we want to get supplies from outside. Trading, exploring, anything's better than just hiding down here.
I agree with her. Worked great in Fallout 4. The more I hear, the less I want to be involved at all. I'm leaving forever, or I have to go. All right, I am actually going to go.
Be careful.
Not because I don't want to help her. I am going to help her, but I need to talk to more people.
Wow, you're back.
Yeah, I sure am. Tell me.
I wouldn't call us rebels. I mean, we don't agree with the Overseer, but we still love the vault. We just want to try going outside, too.
Yeah.
Mom and little Monica got caught in the fires. I tried to get them out. I really did. But it was just too hot.
Okay.
I know it wasn't your fault, but my dad doesn't think as highly of you. You wouldn't want to hear what he said he'd do to your dad, either.
Well, my dad's dead, so.
Yeah, see you.
My dad literally saved the Wasteland.
Hey, good to see you again.
Hi, Freddy. I can't believe they almost shot you.
I tell you, those guards are getting nastier every day. One of these days, it's gonna turn real ugly. But I'll be ready for it.
Tell me about the rebels.
The Overseer thinks he's in charge of us, just because it's his job? Well, nuts to that. We do what we want, and we want to open the vault.
All right, tell me what happened.
Paul got bit real bad by some of those rad roaches, but he thought he could tough it out. If we'd had a doctor to treat him, he might still be here.
Yeah.
Bye.
Guys, I'm sorry. I also don't think my dad should have left the way he did. I'm not gonna lie. But... Ooh. Ooh.
Can I serve you, mistress?
Oh, sir.
Ah, another patient. What's it to be, eh? Appendectomy? Tonsillectomy? Hysterectomy?
I've already had a tonsillectomy. Andy, what happened? All this blood.
Ah, yes, a rather unfortunate incident. In all the commotion, Miss Beatrice suffered a rather bad sprain in her left toe. The big one. Obviously, I had no choice but to amputate the leg. Yeah, I'm sorry to say the operation was not a success.
Okay, so what's your take?
Human problems for human hearth. I don't trouble myself with such petty affairs. My work is my life. And, as you can see, I've been quite busy.
Why does he sound somewhat sinister? All right, wait, they made you the doctor?
But of course, with your father's departure from the vault and Jonas's untimely demise, the Overseer had to take swift action. And so he named me the new Vault Medical Practitioner. A marvelous decision, if I do say so myself. I am fully equipped, after all.
One thing I do want to say is the person who did the voice for the Mr. Handies, I don't know what it is, but it sounds so John Cleese to me that I love it. Because every time I hear it, I think of John Cleese being trapped in a robot. Anyway, if you're the new doctor, can you heal me?
Actually, no. I'm afraid I've been, what's the human term? Fired. I've been reassigned to cleaning detail. My first duty is, somewhat ironically, cleaning the clinic. But surgery was fun while it lasted. Of course, don't let me keep you.
Shouldn't we be able to, like, I don't know, do something in his subroutines and create him an option to be a doctor? Well, I'm back. Deal with it, bitches. There may be danger here, my best friend Sharon. Guys, have you seen, by the way, that I have a 7-foot friend here who's following me? For some reason, I thought that chair was a person. A 7-foot tall friend. I mean, that's pretty cool.
I never thought you'd be back.
Yeah, but I am. And you're all excited, I see. All right. I want to go and deal with some of the... nope. Yeah, but I do want to go this way. Okay. My brain took a second there. I want to go talk to some other people. See what we can do here.
You don't belong here anymore.
Yep, you're right. I don't. I belong on the outside. I have my own goddamn house. This is not the way I wanted to go. I probably should have asked to be taken to the Overseer, because now I'm not going to remember where the fuck to go. But anyway, yes, I have my own house, guys. I don't know if you know this, but I am a homeowner. I have a dog. You can see him. He's following me. You guys have only read about dogs in the books. But I actually have a dog, and he is my best friend. I also have another friend, this 7-foot tall man who follows me around and does what I say. Although I'm very nice to him, don't get me wrong. I don't want you to think like I'm pushing this man around. I'm really not. In fact, if he wanted his freedom, I would gladly give it to him, but he doesn't want it. I wish I knew why. Am I forgetting, or do we just never find out why he has this whole contract thing going on? Because I don't think we ever did.
Why
talked to
won't
Pepper.
you just leave us alone?
Pepper! Come on. You guys are so dumb. I can help you. Alright, have you guys not played Fallout 4? Obviously. Alright.
Come on, pay more attention to what you're doing.
No, stop telling me what to do. Guys, I'm like very old by now. I've been out there for years, realistically. Like, my dad and I clean the water of the waste. I would think you guys would, like, I don't know, at least some of you ask me what's been going on. Work is work. That is true. Work is work. Work sucks. Well, it depends on your job. I'm actually going to take that back. I don't hate my work. I'm actually very, very fortunate. Yeah, I fucking love my job. I don't want it to be my life. I'm not saying that, but I really do. I love my job. The only thing is I don't get paid enough to do it, and it's really hard to live. So anyway, just saying.
Well, I see you've returned.
Yes, I have, sir.
Done with the dust and ruins of the Wasteland, are you? Given up looking for Daddy? Thought you could just slink back in like a teen missing curfew? Well, that's too bad. You have no future in this vault. You're tainted.
Ooh, I hate when people talk about humans that way. Tainted, you're the crazy bastard who murdered Jonas. Your leadership? No, with your leadership, excuse me, no one in this vault has much of a future. Lay off the evil banter. I'm curious about your side of all this. And you're dead. I'm going to say that one, actually. I think I'm curious about your side.
Really? And here I had expected you to be full of bullets and bravado, but short on brains. Perhaps you've grown up since you left our vault.
I was smart when I left.
regret the unfortunate events of that night, but I'm afraid that once your father left us, they were unavoidable. The sad truth is that his actions presented a real and direct threat to the future success of our vault, and so, regrettably, they had to be opposed.
So here's the thing. I'm just going to really quick say, obviously, I think most people probably feel this way, so I don't think I'm saying anything crazy or controversial, but realistically, Dad leaving the way he did was super shitty. It was a shitty thing to do. I understand why he felt like he had to do it that way, why the story is written this way. It's supposed to not be black and white, but it was a very shitty thing for him to do. He left all these people high and dry, literally without a doctor, in a fucking wasteland. It doesn't matter that they're in the vault. They're not protected. And then he left us. The trauma of your parent leaving you is fucking insane. I understand why the Overseer would freak out. I understand why that would mess with him. And I understand how things would have devolved into this type of chaos. That said, it is more fun from a game perspective for us to not accept those answers and to kind of be an asshole who's on the rebel side. So, I want to preface any choices I make from here on out. Just remember, I understand that in real life this would be a different situation. That's what I'm going to say. Don't justify your murders and lies. They were never threats. What do you mean by the Vault's future success? Or do you have any idea why my father left the Vault in the first place? And that actually is what I'm going to say.
I've spent many nights asking myself exactly that. He certainly didn't tell me before he left. I blame myself, really. I should have known better than to let him enter our home in the first place. He certainly showed his true colors in the end. Were he raised in the cleanliness of our vault, perhaps your father would have shown more dedication to the important things in life. Just as well that he left. We mustn't let humanity's last pure specimens be sullied with his type.
At least my father didn't hide from the outside world, or he was an asshole, of course.
No, but he didn't risk bringing you out into it either. You have to wonder, is that why he left you behind? He wanted to know you were someplace safe?
Duh.
And then, like a fool, you squandered the greatest gift he ever left you.
The rebels are upset because you lied to them about the outside. I believe I have a solution, or I just don't care anymore. The rebels are upset.
They have to understand that we did that to keep them from going outside and getting killed. To keep them from making the same mistake our generation did when we were their age. Some of us already lost loved ones out there long ago. We won't lose any more today.
Understand.
Yes, you do.
I understand you're upset. I understand all of it. Also, though, guys, you know what it's like to be young. You know what it's like. It's really interesting how a lot of older people, when they get older, get like angry at young people and like want them to learn from their mistakes and shit. And I don't know, as I've gotten older, I just like, I feel stronger than ever that people should be allowed to make mistakes. I don't know.
It's been a while, kid. I guess the goat couldn't have predicted how you'd turn out, could it?
No, it couldn't.
Remind me to add a question about rescuing your teacher from the vault jail. If the vault ever goes back to normal, that is. By the way, while I was in there, I heard some worrying things from the guards.
What did you hear?
I heard one of the guards talking about some sort of plan to raid Amada and the rest of us. I didn't hear anything else, but I think he read it on the security terminal. So maybe you can find more there. I'm sure it's bad news for us all.
Yeah.
Most of them are just kids who are caught up in the idea of seeing the world. But I know we've got to actually open the vault if we want to survive. Otherwise, we're just going to dwindle away down here until it's all too late.
Yep.
It was pretty rough, I'll tell you. I know a lot of folks blame your dad, but I know he didn't mean to cause all that. Don't blame him or yourself. Watch yourself down here.
You are so sweet. Like, you're so gentle and such a nice person. Oh, it makes me happy. All right. Let's see. Confidential. Top level security, from Chief Officer, raid on rebels. In light of increased agitation from the rebel elements, I have come to the conclusion that we can no longer afford to be merciful to this scum. While some may hold out hope for a peaceful resolution, it's only a matter of time before they decide to take the fight to us, or worse yet, our families. I propose a midnight raid, into their compound. Live ammo. Remember, I'm dyslexic. You can't make fun of me. Live ammo, 0 tolerance. Make an example of the first 2 who fight back, and the rest will fall in line. We may lose a kid or 2, but we'll save the vault as a whole, and that's what counts. Ooh, you are not to inform the Overseer and some of our softer security guards about this plan, as they will only object and ensure our defeat. Once the deal's done, they'll see it was worth the price. This will show those scum that what happens when you step out of line in our vault. I can talk. Oh my goodness. All right. I would actually like to talk to the Overseer about this. Can I tell him? I don't know if I can. I have handled this multiple ways in the past, but I will be honest. I almost always handle it in a way that benefits Amada because I like Amada. I'm going to be honest. I feel like I've never had... I don't know. I didn't, growing up, I didn't have a best friend like that. Like, I didn't have a friend that I felt that way. We moved too much when I was a kid, and I, like, never really developed relationships like that with people. But I would feel like if you were... Actually, I didn't want to go down. I don't know why I clicked that. I feel like if you did have that, and that's, you know, a part of your life, that wouldn't just go away just because you hadn't talked to that person in a little while. I don't know. I feel like I would want to help them still and stuff. And overall, even though I don't necessarily approve of what happens if you do everything positive for Amada, you know, it's not my life and it's not my choice. So, yeah. Anyway. Oh, here you are.
What do you want?
Let's see. I just want to see if I can tell you about the midnight raid. All right. No.
Yep.
Nope, I can't. All right. I would like to play with your terminal, though. All right. View external contact report. The Vault recently received unexpected radio contact over the governmental Vault-Tec frequency from an organization calling itself the Enclave. Governmental codes are valid, and according to the Vault's ancient records, and the Enclave put forth an offer of amnesty and unity with the official remnants of the American government in exchange for access to the Vault and its data stores. They claim that our Vault password no longer matches their records, preventing them from extending their offer in person. After brief negotiation, I have refused entrance to this Enclave. I cannot trust my Vault and its inhabitants to an unknown gallantry suggesting oh my god. Much less one that would so gallantly suggest abandoning our Vault's great mission. All the more reason to prevent the rebels from opening the Vault to the likes of them. I actually agree with that. View security dossiers. Let's go with rebels. An alliance of rebels has formed in my Vault, dedicated to the wholly destructive goal of reopening the Vault to the outside world. Amada and Edwin Broch are the leaders of the band, with those ridiculous tunnel snakes making up its muscle, along with a handful of other youths and naive idealists. Attempts to isolate and demoralize the group are proceeding apace. Edwin Broch has been jailed for his attempt to lead a direct attempt to open the Vault's door, and their numbers have holed up in the old clinic and schoolroom. Their dwindling food and proximity to the dangerous Dr. Andy are sure to drain the morale from the rebellion until they give up and are welcomed back into our happy family again. Amada. It pains me dearly to know that Amada is behind the rebellious elements in my Vault. If she weren't their leader, it would be a simple matter of break their spirits and bring them back in line with the Vault's time-proven isolation plan. But with her as a central figure in their rebellion, I must refrain from the more persuasive tactics at security's disposal. I will not repeat the mistakes of that night again. The Vault cannot afford it, and I cannot bear to drive my daughter further away from me. Despite everything, I take great pride in her natural talent for leadership. When she inevitably comes around, I feel she will make a worthy successor to the position of Overseer. Oh, really? All right, scouting reports. As our test suggests, the immediate vicinity of the Vault is no longer dangerously irradiated, although the background radiation is still well above safe levels. Pockets of more intense radiation appear to still be common, and all surface water seems to be undrinkable. We will need to carry ample supplies of Rad-X with us for all future surveys, but hazard suits do not seem to be necessary for general exploration. Our old maps are largely useless, the town of Springvale is an abandoned ruin, and all pre-war roads have disappeared or are no longer passable. We encountered a group of monsters monstrous ants, which appeared to confirm McKay's theories of mutation due to extended exposure to radiation. We drove off the ants with gunfire and collected several specimens for study upon return to the vault. The good news is that human civilization still survives despite everything. We discovered a settlement known as Megaton, whose inhabitants, although somewhat wary at first, seemed to welcome us into their town. We spent a good deal of time in Megaton and learned a great deal about the capital, Wasteland, as the area around Washington, D.C. is now called, from them. Megaton is a fortified outpost of civilization of sorts, but it seems that the giant ants are at least the least of the dangers of this new world. We agreed that it would be prudent to return to the vault immediately to revise our survey plans in light of what we have learned. Lewis and Agnes remained in Megaton to serve as ambassadors and continue... click the button. I feel like we read these when we left. I don't remember if I did or not. Maybe I did. I don't remember. Well, there's the photos of Megaton. I feel like I did read those already. Did we read these? I don't remember if we read them or not. I'm sorry, but let's go ahead and just read them. You can skip if we had already read these. If you're reading this emergency vault, intermittent procedures have been initiated and you and your control group have been sealed into your vault. Congratulations. Oh, how sweet. You are now a vital part of the most ambitious program ever undertaken by Vault-Tec. If you have not yet read your sealed orders, do so now. I feel like I should be reading this in a... They will outline the experimental protocols assigned to your control group. Please remember that deviation from these protocols in any way will jeopardize the success of the program and may be considered grounds for termination by Vault-Tec Corporation, as outlined in your employment agreement. Your vault may or may not have been pre-selected to receive a GEC module. Please see Attachment A for details. Dr. Stanislav Brown, Director, Societal Preservation Program, Vault-Tec Corporation. Okay. Vault 101 will not receive a GEC module and should operate under the guidelines laid forth in the Overseer's document. Here's the info about the GEC. Cool. We don't need to read that. We know all about it already. Ooh, we can open the tunnel again. Hee hee. That's just fun. All right. The tunnel.